A highly regarded mental health professional, Dr. Malika Clary, has excelled as a clinical psychologist since 2020. And as an extension of her career, Dr. Clary wrote, directed, and acted in her own film, Three Corners of Deception. In a segment sponsored by Dr. Malika Clary, the clinical psychologist and filmmaker herself joins me today to talk more about her career and film. Welcome. How are you?
Yes, welcome.
Should I say welcome home back to Massachusetts?
That's right. I'm from Boston.
There we go.
Massachusetts.
So tell me a little bit why you wanted to get into psychology first, but then also create this show.
Oh, well, you know what? I like helping people, and it's always been that. I love helping people mentally and physically. I mean, you know, I used to be a professional a college professor, and so helping students to, you know, within their means, that was always my giving. And so being in psychology, which is something that was like, oh, you know what, I can counsel people in career path, and, you know, if they need some counseling for, you know, couples, I want to say couples, I can't even talk today, but couples relationships and stuff like that. So you know, it's something that I think is very important, that people need to have therapy, and I can help them with that. And not just the mental illness, but also disorders. There's several disorders out there, and a lot of people are going through a lot of depression, and, you know, that's something that's very big. You know, mental illness has been here for a long time, and, you know, it's being aware now, but it's been here.
It has, and it took a long time to get to that point that people are aware of it, which I'm sure you're covering those topics in the show, which you brought a little sneak peek for us. So let's take a look at that. I'm excited to see it.
Yes.
Mental health illness is every day. It's a changed behavior. We deal with it every day. So you need to check out the Dr. Malika Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network.
Sun shines, sometime the flower would turn toward the sun. How does that happen?
I'll be surrounded by the force, surrounded by the energy, and it feels loving. You know, the tree doesn't judge you.
My biggest mentor was God.
Okay, I like that. It seems like it's going to touch upon a lot of different subjects.
You know what it is really is the identification. You know, you believe, if you can ask somebody, who do you identify yourself as? You know, that's a tough question.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tough answer to answer that. You know what I mean? So to me, the Dr. Malika Clary Show on the Bold and Brave TV network, it's based on who are you. You could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you could be a celebrity, but who are you? Because I think a lot of people are walking around here not knowing who they are or who they're living for. And that is what I do on this show. And I want to stress that, because there's so many people are having breakdowns because they don't know where their place is. And that is so important. So I interview everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. You're a human being. I'm going to interview you. But do you know who you are? And that's something, because we could sit here, right here, and I'm who I am right here, but then I can go behind closed doors and not have a clue. So I want people to start sharing and caring. Stop holding things back, because that's what's happening in this world now. People are holding things back because we're learned to keep things inside. We need to not do that anymore, because we're exploding later. So on the show, it's like, hey, who are you? I know about you. I know you're a writer. I know you're a director. I know you're an actor.
Right.
But who do you identify yourself as? And that's what the show is about.
So that's the TV show. You also have a film. Tell me a little bit about the film and how it may differ, or, you know, maybe there's similarities between that and the TV show.
Well, it's always survival, and mental health is always a play in it, because it's something I went through. It's based on true events. You know, it's just like any love story, I have to say, starts off like that. You meet someone, you know, you think you're in love, whatever, or first sight, or love at first sight, I would say. But there's a twist in this movie that one would not even think she was getting, or he was getting themselves into. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I mean, I met somebody, but I had to meet. It felt like I met a whole judicial deception. Well, you know, I can't really say too much about it. You have to go ahead and see the movie.
Yeah, you can't give it away. Yeah, exactly.
You have to go see the movie.
You did bring another kind of sneak preview trailer for us. So without giving too much away, let's take a look at that too.
Okay.
It's coming to streaming networks. Showing soon. Don't give up. Keep on following the page. but it's coming. I know we were in selective theaters. 12 theaters, 7 states.
All right, I see that doesn't give too much away, but enough to get people to want to watch it. So if people want to learn more about you, your TV show, the film, where can they find you?
drmalikaclary.com. That's my website. Or they could follow all these social medias like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, they could find me all of those. Or just Google. Yeah, they could just Google. And the movie, you know, we are looking at streaming networks right now. We're looking into Prime Video, Netflix, Hulu. So I would just keep looking around for the movie, and sometime within the next couple of months, you never know, but it's just share.
Listen, best of success to you.
Thank you.
You have such a great concept here and a message that needs to be shared to people. And I thank you for coming on today and telling me a little bit about it. It's great talking to you.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you.
Visit drmalikaclary.com for more information. And this segment was sponsored by Dr. Malika Clary.